Hello, everybody out there in the real world connecting to us virtually. Welcome to the first ever. Will it be the first of many, or will it be the one and only? We shall see. Acoustics and Stones, a song trading rally between Hunter Ackerman and myself. My name is Paul Carganilla. Give it up for Hunter.
Greetings and salutations.
Greetings, Hunters, up there in Big Bear, the city of Big Bear. Are you in the city of Big Bear, or are you just on Big Bear Lake?
I'm the distinction by the locales is Big Bear Lake. I'm actually not near the water. I'm in a subdivision called Moon Ridge. I'm in Upper Moon Ridge.
Okay. Yeah. So our favorite Airbnb to stay is up in that area. Love that area. When we can, we stay at a place called Big Bear Frontier, where we used to when we were young kids, and that's right along as you're coming around the curve. As you're going into town, there's the sledding place that comes down the mountain in front of you, and then there's kind of an S curve, and then it hits like the downtown area, the old strip there.
Yeah, Pine Knot, the village.
So between that and the sleds is a little place called Big Bear Frontier, and they've got like individual cabins, and then they've got kind of like more traditional hotel rooms along the lake there. And that's where we would stay. Jamie and I love snowboarding. We've taken Everly a few times, and I think I've said on Paulie's Online Variety Show so many times, like when COVID hit, we were actually up in Big Bear to go snowboarding, and that was the day that Snow Summit closed for COVID. But we just had a great time in our favorite Airbnb up there, and can't wait to get back someday.
And
that's when we came home.
The Airbnb. That's the Airbnb in Moonridge, then.
Yeah.
Is that okay? Do you know what street that's on? I'm curious.
I can Google it and send it to you, and I would tell everyone the name of it, but I don't want everyone booking.
I don't blame you. I'm not asking for the address on air. I've been coming up to Big Bear for so many years. I always felt like I knew it well, but man, ever since when COVID hit, I came up on March 18th. Everything closed down on the 17th. I drove up like that night, and I started walking the neighborhood here like I have never walked it before, and I got so familiar with Moon Ridge and a lot of Big Bear Lake. I mean, Big Bear Lake, like away from the water, because I didn't want to be around where the tourists and people were going. Sure. I ended up memorizing the fire roads like the back of my hand now. It's I'm really looking forward to those opening back up. They closed the fire roads that go through the mountains in the late fall. They say they do it to preserve the road, but I think what's really going on is in a vehicle you could drive to the top of a bunch of ski lifts and so I think they've got something like, the Forest Service got something worked out with the ski resorts. They just barricade the roads way before it snows, but I'm looking forward to when they do reopen those roads. My world just expands like eightfold. It's such a difference.
And I remember when all this started and you and I first reconnected, because we worked together at Disneyland so many years ago, and we've been friends on Facebook. But I started doing Paulie's Online Variety Show a year ago. You started doing these LOVECasts around the same time, and I was seeing you do this, and I was like, I wonder if he'd like to be on our show. So we reconnected not too long, probably maybe early April of last year, and I thought, like, I didn't realize it was your place. I thought you were just staying up there because you were there when COVID hit, and I was just like, Hunter's gonna stay in this hotel room for like months. But it's your family's place.
Yeah. I own this with my parents, and it's just the three of us. And we've not been renting it out. Obviously, There was when the world shut down. All of my music jobs went away on the same day that all of my side jobs went away.
Mm,
So I had to come up and just reinvent myself economically, and yeah, started doing live casts and generating all my income that way,
yeah.
which is was not unpleasant, as it turns out. I mean, it was scary and panicky and oh my god for the
Yeah.
first several months. I would have never given up the financial shaky ground of the side jobs intentionally. But not having to drive places,
Hmm.
literally never having to spend any time in traffic. I don't even think I've been to a gas station since early December. I'm not kidding. I think December 1st was the last time I put gas in my car.
That's awesome. Good for you, man.
It's working it out.
It's a different thing. My one of my bosses showed me a text he got, or his son had sent him. This came up in my memories from a year ago. A text that he sent. His son's starting college this year, and he sent his son a text a year ago saying, "We're entering like a brand new style of living or something like that, and this is going to be like your generation's 9/11, this pandemic." And it really has been, I mean, that you really can't compare the two. What has happened this past year has just been like something that changed history and changed the world. But it's definitely changed all of our lives, and we've found this new family, this new community online. And you, as you mentioned, like your income has come from doing these live shows, and the generosity of the people that have been supporting you and enjoying your work and your incredible artistry through your music and your literature. Um, Thank you, everybody who's here, everybody who's been here. So many people in the chat. We see Aaron, Christina, Dari, Amanda, Dawn. It's just so many people who are here week to week and going through it with us. This is, like you say so many times on your show, it's so true. It's a community, it's a family, and we just love being here with you guys. Joanne says she's driven 30 miles since January 1st, and so it's crazy, crazy world. But
Early on, this is kind of to tag onto that. Early on, like in March, April, I remember saying to as many friends as I had ears, um, pay attention to all the details of what's going on in your day to day and what you're thinking, what you're feeling, what you're doing, because 40 years from now, people are going to be asking you about what did you do
mm,
right now,
mm-hmm.
right then at that time, and kids who haven't been born yet are going to be asking. It really is. It's like the Civil War, and where generations will follow and just be slack jawed in what happened.
Yeah, that's a much better comparison. It's like the Civil War. But we're all on the same team here tonight. We're in 42 households right now. Thank you for welcoming us in on this beautiful Sunday evening. I'm sure Hunter's still feeling great from everything that happened during the show last night and after the show last night. We'll dig into that a little bit later. But we promised y'all we're gonna this started. I think it was like my first or second episode of In the Cove, and Hunter was in the chat, and I was like, Hunter, we got to do a show sometime where we just kind of hit it back and forth, and like I'll play a song, you play a song, and Hunter was like, yeah, I'm all about that. And then on Thursday night during Hunter's LOVECAST, I was like, hey, how about this Sunday night? Let's do it. And he was like, yeah, let's do it. So here we are, here you guys are. And if you didn't go to church today, Sunday, at least you are in the house of this our sexy Jesus. And thank you for being here. You can sing along with our hymns, and um, we each prepared, or we planned on playing three songs each tonight. The schedule for this hour, the schedule was to, have a song played every 10 minutes to keep on schedule. So we're already behind schedule, which is fine. But we'll just trade off. Hunter, do you want to go first or last? I mean, we'll trade
Um,
off, but do you want to open the
I'll
show or close the show?
I'll go last. Yeah, go ahead.
All right, I'm going to start with a tune. I did this in one of my episodes of In the Cove, and it's one of my favorite songs, but I felt like I totally chunked it when I played it on my show. So I'm going to play it again and try and play it better, do a little bit better of a job. This is one that it came out when I was writing my movie The Haunted Man, and I felt like it would be the perfect song to play in the credits of The Haunted Man. But obviously I don't have the rights to it, and Dan Franklin ended up writing the music for The Haunted Man, and it was all bomb diggity. So here's a little ditty from Gavin DeGraw. Dreams, that's where I have to go to see your beautiful face anymore. I stare at a picture of you, listen to the radio, hope there's a conversation. We both admit we had it good. Until then, it's alienation. I know that much is understood, and I realize if you ask me how I'm doing, I would say I'm doing just fine. I would lie and say that you're not on my mind. But I go out and I sit down at a table set for two, and finally I'm forced to face the truth. No matter what I say, I'm not over you. Damn girl, you do it well. And I thought you were innocent. You took this heart and put it through hell, but still you're magnificent. A boomerang. Doesn't matter how you throw me, turn around and I'm back in the game, even better than the old me. But I'm not even close without you. If you ask me how I'm doing, I would say I'm doing just fine. I would lie and say that you're not on my mind. But I go out and I sit down at a table set for two, and finally I'm forced to face the truth. No matter what I say, I'm not over you. And if I had the chance to renew, you know there isn't a thing I wouldn't do. I could get back on the right track, but only if you'd be convinced. So until then, if you ask me how I'm doing, I would say I'm doing just fine. I would lie and say that you're not on my mind. But I go out and I sit down at a table set for two. And finally I'm forced to face the truth. No matter what I say, I'm not over you. Not over you.
All right. Who did you say that was by?
Gavin DeGraw. That's a Gavin DeGraw tune.
Okay.
I love a lot of his tunes, but he's such a good songwriter that so many of them are so complicated I can't play. I'm just obviously a very amateur guitar player, but I love that song, and thank you everybody for letting me play it again for you. Hunter, before we dig into the fun you guys had last night after Paulie's Online Variety Show,
Jesus,
we'll go ahead and break the ice with your first tune. What are you doing first?
Sure. I saw Nick Davila in the chat, so
Nice.
I'm assuming both the Davilas are watching. They tune in and join us on Thursdays.
Yeah.
Pretty
much every show I think they're here.
Yeah, pretty much.
Amazing.
And yeah, they've been with us like really regularly for months and months and months. They had a request a couple of weeks ago of one of their favorite songs together as a couple, and I'm so taken with this song. This was actually written and recorded by the group Wilco, but it came from oh damn it! I'm all of a sudden I can't think of the legend who wrote the lyrics to this. Damn it! Okay,
Christy said Nick and Christy, they're here in the chat. So if you remember,
well, this is their song. This is California Stars. I'd like to rest my heavy head tonight on a bed of California stars. I like to lay my weary bones tonight on a bed of California stars. I love to feel your hand touching mine and tell me why I must keep working on. Yes, I give my life to lay my head tonight on a bed of California stars. I like to dream my troubles are away on a bed of California stars. Jump up from a starbed and make another day underneath my California stars. They hang like grapes on vines that shine and warm the lover's glass like friendly wine. So I give this world just to dream a dream with you on our bed of California stars. Rest my heavy head tonight on a bed of California stars, I'd like to lay my weary bones tonight on the bed of California stars. I'd love to feel your hand touching mine and tell me why I must keep working on. Yes, I'll give mine a life to lay my head tonight on the bed of California stars. I'd like to dream my troubles are away on the bed of California stars. Jump up from the starbed and make another day underneath my California stars. They hang like grapes on vines that shine and warm the lover's grass like friendly wine. So I give this world just to dream a dream with you on our bed of California stars.
Amazing job. Now, the problem with this two-person format is the rest of the cast can't pop on and applaud because there's no rest of the cast. But there's producer Craig in the back. Producer Craig, show yourself. Pull the curtain. Ladies and gentlemen, behind the scenes tonight, our stage manager. This show is being produced by...
Well, if you insist. Thank you, and it's a pleasure to be with you guys tonight and help out.
There he is. Hey, man.
Frightening myself up. Thanks for making it happen. We would be nothing. We would be nothing without you.
Goes both ways, my friends. Goes both ways. We love having both of you together. Finally. Finally. What?
Yeah,
I put in the chat something, and I think I'm going to just say it. This is a bonus start to this amazing week ahead, this birthday week here on the Vaudacity Network, and I hope everybody's looking forward to it. It's going to be amazing.
Yes, thank you. We are celebrating the year anniversary of all these shows starting up online. Obviously, Quarantine with Friends started on a Friday, and Paulie's Picnic turned into Paulie's online variety show the same Saturday, the day after. And it happened a year ago this coming weekend. So we're celebrating starting tomorrow. We'll talk about all that after at the halfway break. But this is crazy. But we couldn't do any of this without obviously everyone out there who's watching and all of the support we have from our producers, Sam Miklich, our social media team, Dari, Christina, Heather, and of course our stage manager here producing the show tonight, Craig Jackman, ladies and gentlemen. Big thank you, Craig.
Thank you guys very much. It's a family affair. And what a family this has become and is and will continue to be. So you guys get back to it. I'm loving it. I'll chat with you guys in a while.
All right. Paul's up.
At Disney, at the Disneyland Resort, I have met so many amazing people. And as messed up as the way that my time there kind of ended, I could never be bitter or upset with the Disneyland Resort because of all the amazing people that I met there, so many lifelong friends and talented performers. One of which, some of which have become just like I said, lifelong friends. Others, I just love to keep in touch with and see what they're doing. Like our friend Joey Bradshaw, who I did Olaf's Snowfest with for a couple of seasons in Disney California Adventure. He was on Paulie's Online Variety Show 2 or 3 weeks ago, Folk Night, and he played a murder ballad. I had never heard of a murder ballad before, but apparently it's a thing, and there's a bunch of them. And I've been wanting to do this song for a while. I thought about doing it for 80s night, but then I was like, I don't even know if it's 80s. I'll figure it out. And then I said, there were just so many other tunes that this one kind of fell by the wayside, but I did want to perform it. So let me know after the tune if it's a murder ballad or not. I don't know all the criteria of murder ballads. It's at least what do we say? It's a bootstrappers, a cautionary tale for sure. Riders on the storm, riders on the storm, into his house we're born, into the world we're thrown, like a dog without a bone, an actor out on loan. Riders on the storm, there's a killer on the road, his brain is squirming like a toad. Take a long holiday, let your children play. If you give this man a ride, your sweet family will die. A killer on the road. Girl, you gotta love your man. Girl, you gotta love your man. Take him by the hand, make him understand. The world on you depends, your life will never end. You gotta love your man. Riders on the storm, riders on the storm. Into this house we're born, into this world we're thrown, like a dog without a bone, an actor out on loan. Riders on the storm, riders on the storm. That count as murder ballad?
No, I don't think I've ever heard that as a stripped down acoustic cover. That was a cool idea.
Thanks. I don't have anything else.
That's
I'm just here.
Now, the number of times I've played that in bars and at clubs and stuff, it never actually occurred to me to do that as like a stripped down acoustic murder ballad. That's awesome.
Well, I'm sure the way that you do it is way better than what just happened. No, I like the musicality and that actual tune with the solos and the changes and everything is obviously not anything that you want to steer away from. but when wanting to perform it for like a picnic or something, I just kind of got in that mindset and had to strip it down.
Yeah, it's a cool idea. My my band actually opened for the remaining members of the Doors for their 50th anniversary.
Wow.
We did that at the Coach House in Orange County.
The remaining members of the Doors. So is Jim as cool in person as he seems?
Well, Jim died in 1970. So yeah, he's not that cool anymore.
I knew that. He's really cool now. He's cold.
Yeah, so let's see. We lost Ray Manzarek, the keyboard player, about 5 years ago now. I think he died kind of recently. John Densmore, the drummer, doesn't really play much anymore. He's got this like permanent ringing in his ears, and he doesn't get behind drum sets very often. But I was actually invited to a Zoom brunch that he was the guest of honor about 2 weeks ago. I didn't get the invitation until like noon. It was after the day after a show, and I saw that I'd like, oh damn, I missed that this morning. That would have been neat, but
Nothing cool. Nothing cool
yeah,
with him out of that.
Robbie Krieger's still out there gigging and doing stuff. He plays a lot of like jazz these days also, and his son sings sometimes. He's still out there. He's still out there doing stuff.
That's awesome, man. And you have so many cool tales that you tell. And when you say, like, I said this in the chat when I heckled you on one of your shows, but like when you say you haven't met somebody, like I don't believe you.
Right.
So there's a thing.
It's an interesting life.
All right. So Craig was just on, and we were talking about this coming week here on the Vaudacity Network and all of the cool stuff. Tomorrow night in particular, so Hunter, when he started on Thursday with his LOVECAST this past Thursday, part of the reason I was like, should we do the thing on Sunday was just to connect these chunks and like make this 11-day stretch of programming on the network. This network that just came out of nowhere and it seems to just have its own life now and be growing more legs and arms and deltoids and medulla oblongatas as it goes. But so cool to see so many people just stretching their wings, trying new things and doing things on the network. We're doing a full birthday week technically starting tomorrow, Monday. Dan Franklin's doing his very first, he's going to make this a regular thing for sure. Monday mixtapes with Dan Franklin. He's doing like an hour long hour of music starting at 6:30 tomorrow night. And then following that is our stream director, Sam Miklich's Passwords with Friends. He's played this a couple of times. It's like a game show that he does live online. And then throughout the week, we've just got a week of programming. I'm sure so many of you were on last night on Paulie's Online Variety Show when I was talking about all the cool stuff that's going on. But we've just got a Monday through Sunday week starting tomorrow of at least 2 shows a night. We've got a mix. We've got like dance hours. We've got a script reading of Dylan White's original pilot script that he's been working on. Obviously, all the regular programming that you see throughout the week, but some new shows like our friends, the Pierces, Mike and Nicole Pierce, Wendy Walker, Dari Mills, of course, throwing in some original programming, Darren Ingram with a talk show. And we're doing an improvised documentary Friday as well. There's just so much cool stuff. Amanda Benjamin, I see her in the chat right here. Sunday night, she's singing your songs, and it's going to be a killer week here. So at least for this week, you can turn off your Roku and your cable and just hang out with us on YouTube. We're celebrating all week long. And wow, look at that. We're already into the second half of the show tonight because we're going to keep it to an hour long after your long night last night that I keep teasing, but we'll talk about after your next tune. Hunter, what are you playing next?
I recall. Oh, hey, Noah.
Noah's here. Hi. What? You want to sing your song again? Sorry, Hunter. Can he sing his song again?
Yeah, of course. Right. Of course, please. That was adorable.
Come on in, buddy. You're okay. So this, I don't even think this is supposed to be out on the interwebs because it was part of an audition that his sister had. But he loves the song, and it's about being kind to your friends that are feeling bad, right? Are you ready, buddy? You want to do it? Okay. This is Mr. Noah Patrick. I don't even know what it's called, but it's about treating people kindly. Go ahead, Noah.
When the sun of the beyond count and your pen to the side, rub and be kind. So you got it down, yeah, you got it down, yeah, you got it down. When the sun of the beyond count and your pen to the side, rub and be kind. So you gotta be down, yeah, 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 you gotta be down.
You gotta be there. Noah Carganilla! Yay! Thanks, buddy. Yeah. All right, and now here is Hunter's song, ladies and gentlemen. Hunter.
Right. I remember Paul liked this one in particular. This is an early 90s classic by a group called Soul Asylum. Call you up in the middle of the night, like a firefly without a light. You were there like a blowtorch burning. I was a key that could use a little turning. So tired that I couldn't even sleep. So many secrets I couldn't keep. Promised myself I wouldn't weep. One more promise I couldn't keep. It seems no one can help me now. I'm in too deep. There's no way out. This time I have really let myself astray. Runaway train never going back. Wrong way on a one-way track. Seems like I should be getting somewhere. Somehow we'll get over there. Can you help me remember how to smile? Make it somehow all seem worthwhile. How on earth did I get so cheated? Life's mystery seems so faded. I can go, no one else can go. I know no one else knows. Here I am just a drowning in the rain, with a ticket for a runaway train. And everything is cut and dry. Day and night, earth and sky. Somehow I just don't believe it. Runaway train never going back. Wrong way on a one-way track. Seems like I should be getting somewhere. Somehow neither here nor there. Wanna take it for a runaway train, like a madman laughing at the rain. Little out of touch, little insane. It's just easier than dealing with the pain. Runaway train never going back. Wrong way on a one-way track. Seems like I should be getting somewhere. Somehow neither here nor there. Runaway train never going back. Runaway train tearing up the track. Runaway train burning in my veins. Runaway, but it always seems the same.
You know, I love that song. Do you remember when, and I think I'm older than you, so this might not, you might not remember this. I'm trying to figure out how to tag people in the chat. Oh, it worked? Oh, it
I
worked.
always type at, and I don't know if it actually works when I do it.
I think this was the first time I tried to do it on a computer. Usually when I try to do it, I'm on my phone and it never shows up, but I think it worked. Your mom's saying it works.
I see. Yep, Orchids for Pam is, yes, you tagged me.
Awesome. Hunter, I love that song, and I love when you play it. Like, that's a perfect song for you. And so as I was saying before I digested, do you remember the days of waiting for a song to come on the radio with your cassette in the player and hitting play record?
Yes, I do.
I mean, that was the earliest days of pirating for us.
Oh yeah.
You would pirate music that way too.
And you could never get it without the DJ talking over the intro of the song. Right. It would like 100% of the time the DJ would talk at the beginning of it, and usually they like fade it out a little bit too soon and talk over the end of it as well, so you'd never get like a good tape, but you could listen to it.
You would have that, and then you would just have that memorized. That like 5 or 6 seconds of a DJ just doing his regular day job, just introducing a song, was then etched in your mind. Every time you heard that song play, you would hear that intro again. So funny.
Yeah. Did you ever see the movie High Fidelity?
Yeah.
Because I had this same conversation with John Cusack once.
Of course you did.
Like, I met the guy one time. I met him at a party. It was a friend of mine's party. I don't even remember where it was. It was somewhere in LA. And yeah, we literally just sat around shooting the shit about making mixtapes and good old favorite music, because like High Fidelity is just like one of, if not my favorite John Cusack film. And it's been pointed out that for some reason in all of John Cusack's movies, at least once, for some reason, he's always out in the rain. And at the end of the night, we were both like leaving around the same time. And I just remember specifically making the crack of like, oh, Cusack's leaving. I can't go out to my car now because it's going to start raining. And I'm not ready to walk out in the rain. So, I'll see you, man. It was good talking to you. I'll leave in a few minutes after you go. He thought it was funny. I mean,
oh, he heard you say that.
Oh yeah, I said it to him. Yeah, yeah. But I'm not even sure if anybody else heard me say it but him. But yeah.
Speaking of Cusack in the rain, so my daughter's working on a Netflix series right now, and one of the co-creators and producers is Amanda Peet. Did you ever see Identity? The movie Identity?
I know that name. I don't remember. It's not coming immediately to mind. Amanda Peet.
Cusack plays a private driver for like the limo driver, but he's driving like an important family somewhere, and it's pouring rain in the middle of nowhere.
Of course it is.
They end up in a hotel, and then like the series of murders starts happening, and Amanda Pete's in it as well. And so Jamie is with Everly in Pittsburgh. They're filming the thing, and they're just hanging out with Amanda Pete every day. And I asked Jamie, I was like, "Do you remember? Did you ever see Identity?" And she's like, "Oh, I can't remember." And I said, "You know, it's the one where like John Cusack's in it, and it's raining really hard." And Jamie's like, "Oh, that one, that one." I don't know. It kind of all ties in together.
I swear it must be written into his contract for some reason. It's just like, yeah, he's doing his best to fight on-set drought.
Maybe he thinks he looks better soaking wet.
I don't know, man. It's just like he's Nicolas Cage sounds better when he's drunk. John Cusack is just more relatable when he's walking in the rain. It's just it's a thing. It's an idiom.
All right. Well, we each have a song left before the show ends in 13 minutes, but I still want to. I've been teasing it all since we started your night last night, and why you're not drinking out of a bottle of Jim Beam or.
Yeah, I don't know. There's no great story to tell. It was just like anecdotal. Yeah, my head felt like a bowling ball today when I rolled out of bed. I saw David Benjamin in the chat earlier. He said, "Yeah, I felt just fine until I woke up this morning." And, there were a group of us. So like anybody that's watching, don't feel bad. You didn't miss like an after show.
And that's why I keep bringing it up, is because like I just wanted to like pull back the curtain and say, like, at the end of every Paulie's Online Variety show, there's always, like after a theater show, you'd go to Denny's and you'd hang out. So we would stay on the Zoom and we'd talk. But you guys went for it last night. You guys played some Jackbox games and stayed up till what time?
After the time change, it was 5 a.m. And I looked at my phone and went, "Oh, this was a really fun mistake."
Was Denny there? Wasn't Denny hosting it?
Denny was there for a while. She wasn't with us till 5, but she was definitely.
Gets like mad when my show goes over 10 o'clock. So I was like, she stayed till 5. Wow.
No, I don't remember what time she logged off.
So who was playing till 5?
It was all fuzzy. Well, we weren't. I think we only played like 2 games, and then we just hung out and shot the shit and talked and told stories. David, Amanda was there. Katie McTire, Dari was logged in. I think it was just the 4 Zoom panels for most of it, or for like the last hour or 2. And Scott Gilbert was with us till the very end. And there were a couple of us with guest Christinas. It's kind of funny. It was just a really great night of just drinking way too much, way too late in the night. It was, Wolfgang loved it though.
Me being with the little boy that I know wakes up every morning between 5 and 7. I was like, I'm out. Bye, guys. I think I was in bed earlier than I've ever been after a show last night, I think. But good times. I'm glad to hear you guys had a good time.
Yeah. It was good cast bonding.
Always. It sucks that this family doesn't like each other at all.
Yeah, it's so rough, isn't it?
All right. I got one more, and Hunter's got one more, and then we will bid y'all a great week. I did the Hunter. Whenever I'm alone with you, You make me feel like I'm whole again. Whenever I'm alone with you, you make me feel like I'm young again. Whenever I'm alone with you, you make me feel like I'm fun again. However far away, I will always love you. However long I stay, I will always love you. Whatever words I say, I will always love you. I will always love you. What, buddy? Are you okay? What's wrong, bud? Yeah, okay. I'll be right down. I love you. Bye. Whenever I'm alone with you, you make me feel like I'm free again. Whenever I'm alone with you, you make me feel like I'm clean again. However far away, I will always love you. However long I stay, I will always love you. Whatever words I say, I will always love you. I will always love you.
This is crazy. We didn't plan this or talk about this ahead of time.
Were you gonna play that song last?
I decided I'm going to close with The Cure, and I hadn't decided which song. So I have two of them. I have two Cure songs right here on deck. So I won't be playing that one to close. That's awesome. That's anonymous. I'm gonna play the other one.
I guess that just means we're like simpatico, man.
It's working, man. It's working. It's working. But speaking of working, we haven't at any point put up any tip jar info. Craig, do you happen to have
Craig, if you've
something
got
like that?
something like that, go ahead and put it up. I'm gonna go start what my son needs me to do for him. It'll just take a minute. I'll be right back. But
All right.
Craig, we're seeing it like in PowerPoint, but that works. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'll
And
be
Craig
right.
can let us know. And
Hang on, I'll be right back with that. I thought I had it there for a minute.
you got to stall, Hunter.
No
Got to
worries.
stall? Well, you know what? I mean, it's so easy to stall with this, with everything that's going to go on this week. You know, it's just amazing. Hunter, you know, I mean, what you do as part of the family, the show family, is just outstanding. And just, you know, it's so great to have everybody involved.
It is. And it is starting. Oh, and speaking of the stuff we got going on this week, if there's anybody out there watching that is not subscribed to my YouTube channel, Hunter's Acoustic Cabin, please.
Oh, yes. So I will post that up as soon as
here.
I'm done here, because
Cool.
I usually put that in the chat. So hang on, everybody, for that. But here is, I'm going to show it right now. You know, please, we really, really do appreciate everything that, you know, all the support that you guys give to us. And it helps, as Paul had mentioned earlier, to pay the bills. That doesn't necessarily mean you have to do it. I mean, we love the fact that you are with us. And, you know, if you are, and you can't even, you know, donate to one of the tip jars that you see here in front of you, please just spread the word. Share that we are going to be here with the Vaudacity Network, VaudacityNetwork.com, all week with some amazing, amazing shows. And, you know, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, please. That helps us with the YouTubes and making sure that we get out to as many people as we can. I know, Paul, you've always said before that, you know, the more people we get out to, the better. This is a network. And it's a shame we're not hitting 6,000 people because, you know, we put so much out there for everybody with heart. And that is the one thing that I agree with the Vaudacity Network, is that this is a group of people coming together to entertain with heart. So if you have the opportunity to help us with a virtual ticket, here are Hunter's and Paul's Venmo tip jars. Please help support them. We do so appreciate it. And of course, we appreciate each and every one of you that are joining us tonight.
Absolutely, 1,000,000%. And you know, it's such a crazy thing that, you know, Hunter and I, we met doing a crazy theme park show 11, 12 years ago. And we've just had this amazing like opportunity to reconnect. And I love watching his shows every Thursday night. I love that he's a member of our shows every Saturday night. And what Hunter brings on Thursday nights, if you're not watching it, I mean, pretty sure everybody in here is just an amazingly welcoming community of just filled with love and good music and joy and peace. And Monday nights too, with his sharing the literature in the way that he does. Just so thankful for you, Hunter. And this was a lot of fun. I know you've got another song, but I hope this wasn't the last one we do.
I'm down to do this again. This is neat. Yeah, man. This is really fun. We got a couple of people chiming in on the super chats as well.
Oh, my goodness.
That's awesome and generous.
Yes, thank you, Christy. Thank you, Amanda Benjamin. Thank you, Benjamins. Thank you, Debbie Emery and Kelsey Blaine Gibson. You guys are awesome. Thank you.
And Halo 5, who's Halo's 5?
That's Debbie Emery.
That's Debbie. Okay.
It's Dawn's sister. Julie and Dawn, of course, such amazing supporters of everything we do. Oh, your mother's saying please, please, please
Yeah.
do. So too.
I see Martinique in the chat. She joined us. I think she joined us for the first time this last Thursday, this week. And so hello again, Martinique.
She
Welcome.
said yes, I remember. She said she's a new sexy disciple.
Ah, splendid. Well, yeah, join us for Fireside Tales with Wolfgang tomorrow night on Hunter's Acoustic Cabin. That's where I read short stories and poetry to Wolfgang by the fire for, an hour plus. It's a good late night, put you to sleep vibe. Have some whiskey, join the chat, listen to some stories, and relax.
Awesome, dude. It was such a good idea for you to start doing that. Like, I love it so much.
I always wanted to do that. Yeah. I just always wanted to do that. And I'm just getting a big kick out of that. And now it is moving. I'm still doing it on live, of course, on Monday nights, but an edited version is now picked up by two different public broadcast cable access. I always get that word wrong. Cable access, like Wayne's World was on. Mm-hmm. And there's a podcast version of it now that's just like the audio only. And I think it went out to an FM station recently also. Yeah, it's kind of neat. It's like turning into something else.
It's cool to see how many doors open when you're just like following your heart.
Yeah. I could use more doors. Speaking of more doors, Aaron requested a Doors song too, so I'm gonna have to learn some doors. Yeah.
Sounds.
I mean, I've sing lots and lots and lots of doors in with my band. I've just never picked up a guitar and learned Doors songs that way.
Yeah. Well, if you've got some of The Cure in there.
As a matter of fact, as I promised a little while ago, I'll go out with The Cure. This is one of the 80s songs that I didn't play last night. From 1987, The Cure album, Kiss Me, Kiss Me, Kiss Me. This is Just Like Heaven. Show me how you do that trick. The one that makes me scream, she said. The one that makes me laugh, she said. Threw her arms around my neck. Show me how you do it. And I promise that I'll run away with you. I'll run away with you. Edge. I kissed her face and kissed her head. Dreamed of all the different ways I had to make her glow. Why are you so far away? She said, won't you ever know I'm in love with you? And I'm in love with you. You, soft and lonely, you, lost and lonely, you, stranger's angel, dancing in the deepest ocean, twisted in the water. You're just like a dream. You're just like a dream. Daylight licks me into shape. I must have been asleep for days. Moving lips to breathe her name. I opened up my eyes. Found myself alone above a raging sea. Stole the only girl I love. Drowned her deep inside me. You
Awesome job, dude. That was so great. And a totally unplanned 80s night kind of here.
There you go.
And closing with The Cure.
Yeah.
Both of us. Closing with The Cure. That sounds like a new show.
What a fitting end to a pandemic, too.
Yes. Closing it with The Cure. But hopefully this is just the first of a bunch of these that we do. This was a lot of fun. It seems like people in the chat had a great time. Oh, your mom says Paul plus Hunter equals gift.
Oh,
Love
that's
it.
sweet.
Love you, Pam. Can't wait to meet you all someday, very soon. This year, hopefully. In our next... in one of the live shows that we do in the future. We can connect faces to all these names and hugs to all these emojis. We love you guys. Thank you for being here. I know Hunter needs to keep drinking that water and getting those electrolytes and get to sleep here pretty soon. But thank you for joining us here on an impromptu Sunday night. Any closing words, Hunter?
Just thank you all so much for joining us. The community is really what this thing is about. This is why I started doing live casts. It's why I started watching live casts. And yeah, thank you all so much for joining us. We love you.
Nothing but love and appreciation for all of you. Thank you again. Thank you, producer Craig. Thank you to everybody behind the scenes, and thanks to everybody in the super chat. Let me update that one last time before we go. Thank you. Julie Emery says, "How about a Captain Jack and Faruko duet?" That would be interesting. Interesting. Corey Benjamin, great new show. Love it. Love all you guys. Thank you again for being here. Have a great week. It is birthday week. Let's all celebrate together. Thanks, producer Craig. Thanks, Charity Swanson, for all the hearts and all the love from out of state. Love you all. Have a great night. Have a great week. See you soon.
Good night.